want to give you a little bit of a background on the treatment. This is the starting material. These are all from Madagascar. It's near opaque. It's semi-translucent, near opaque, heavily included. Here's a piece before and after treatment. Many times the rough is brown. This is brown because the stones are heavily fractured. There's a lot of parting and subfracturing which is taking place. And so there's a lot of foreign mineralizations which are occurring in these fractures, along this parting, along this subfracturing. And it's those foreign mineralizations that are inducing the brown color you see here. There's an example here, the typical is an iron hydroxide mineral is there. So one of the steps of this treatment is first they have to remove all of these foreign mineralizations. Outside of those features, there are actually very few inclusions. So if you can open up that structure, get all the foreign mineralizations out and open it up to get something in with a closer refractive index to the host, you improve its clarity quite dramatically. And this is just an example to kind of show you what happens after this chemical leaching. It's a multi-step treatment. One of them, they go for color. It's just a heating that they'll use to modify and get the color as best they can. Next one is this chemical leaching. What happens after this chemical leaching is, the best way I could describe it is a sponge.
Which actually looks better than some of the rubies.
Well, you should see, when it comes out of this chemical leaching, it looks like it's whitish, it's pink, it's porous, it's open. It's got an open structure like this. You've got a lot of cavities. It's actually very brittle. People can take it in their hands and they can crush it because it's not stable enough to be held. And certainly in that condition, they're not able to fashion it or use it for anything. They have to apply the lead glass. They have to infuse it with the lead glass. And so that's what you end up with a piece like that. So this piece, before it was lead glass treated, looked like the sponge, which I had just shown before. All the support, there were a lot of cavities, there was a very brittle stone. At the end, you get a single piece like this. You can even see the lead glass itself has this golden color. It's not just improving the clarity, it's also augmenting the color. Because when you get this golden color within the stone, it's bumping up, whether it's a pinkish color or a red color, it's bumping up the color of the stone. It's making it nicer. Now, most stones, they go in as single pieces of rough, they come out as single pieces of rough, and they're cutting single stones like this. This is where part of the discussion, what Yakov was mentioning, we're having discussions about nomenclature. I coined the term composite ruby because stones, even stones like this, where they came out of one piece of rough after the treatment, sometimes these stones are more glass than ruby. Sometimes it's more ruby than glass. So when Sibjo looked at the term composite, they defined a composite as something that had two parts which are come together to create a new whole. For me, the glass is actually the second part of this material. You would not have these stones in the state that you have them if it wasn't for infusing this glass.